Okay. Just wanted to record this. So order doesn't matter in this case when you're picking two people and they don't have different positions. You're just picking two people to do something. We'll say it's person A, B, C, D, and E right here. So how many ways could I pick them? Well, let's say I pick A. I could do AB, AC, AD, and AE. I could do BC, BD, and BE. That's three more ways I could pick people. I could do CD and CE. And last, DE. Now, let's just look at DE for a minute. If I picked E first and then D second, would I pick two different people? No. So it doesn't matter what order I pick them in. And this is what is called a combination instead of a permutation. And we'll get to that in a little bit more. Anyway, that's kind of what we're looking at. So what is a combination? We just talked about it. It's where order doesn't matter. Now, what we did last week was permutations, and that's where order does matter. The little formula for this is NCR, and C is what you're talking about. That's your combination. N is the total that you're picking from. R, how many people or how many things are being chosen. Okay, so that's a little formula right here. When you're doing these problems, it actually looks like this. It's kind of like a permutation. It's n factorial on top again, but it's being divided by r factorial, and then n minus r factorial on the outside. The only thing we're really adding new to this is we're dividing by r factorial, and that's kind of like that permutations with repetitions. You divide out where you're switching around two people that are basically the same thing, or two things that are the same thing. So you don't have to necessarily know this formula or do this formula. I'm going to show you how to plug it into your calculator today. We kind of practiced that with permutations last time, so I think we'll be fine. Okay, so let's go right here. Example 1. There are 6 people meeting for the first time, and they all shake hands with each other. How many handshakes are there? Well, there's 6 people, and so this is a combination of 6 people, and you're taking them 2 at a time. That's how many handshakes there will be. So we're just going to plug this into our calculator. Let's see if I can do it now. If you have Desmos, okay, you got to go down to the little function button here and hit that. And I already have it in stats. You could have it in trig, that's sine, cosine, tangent, which we worked with before. There's miscellaneous distance formulas, but stats is where we're working with. And if you look down there, there's NCR and NPR. NPR is a permutation. That's what we did before. We want NCR, and that's a combination. Now, the way you're going to type this in is you're going to type in 6 first. Hit the little comma over there. It's over by the little A with the bars around it, absolute value. And then we're going to hit 2, and that'll give you the answer, which is 15. Okay? So that's how you use that. Now, if this was a permutation of, let's say, 10 taken, I don't know, 4 at a time, then you would hit the function button again and type in permutation. Well, let's get rid of this and get rid of this. And I just want to hit the function button right there. And just go into permutations, 10, comma, 4. And that'll give you the answer right there, 5040. So whether you're using permutations or combinations, just using the function button, and you want to get to where you get into stats. Now, if you're using the TI-84, if you want to do this problem right here, you'd have to hit 6 first and then go to the math button and go over to PRB, probability, and go down to that NCR button, type it in, and it'll look like this, and then you hit 2 seconds. So you got to hit 6 first, then the math button to find your combination button, and then hit your 2 last. And if you're using those TI-30s, there should be a PRB button there, and you'd type in your number first, like you'd have to type in that number 6 first maybe, then hit the PRB button and choose the combination button, NCR, and finally hit that button and then hit the 2, plug in the 2 last, and you should get the same thing, 15. So whatever calculator you're using for that. Okay, so that's that. Let's go to another one here. A team of 17 softball players need to pick 3 people to refill the water cooler. How many ways can the 3 people be chosen? Now, is this a permutation or combination? In other words, does order matter? Order doesn't matter here. And the reason order doesn't matter is you're picking 3 people to do the same job. If you're picking 3 people to do 3 different jobs, then it would be a permutation. But being they're all filling the water cooler, this is just a combination of 17 taken 3 at a time. So this is that NCR button. Whoops. NCR button again. Okay, so I'm going to X this out. We're going to go into stats. For using Desmos, just pick combination there. 17, comma 3, and there it is, 680. When you do to show your work for this on this quiz or test, I just need to see this. I need to see that you're using combinations. 17 is first, 3 is last, and then your answer. That's how you'd show your work on this. You don't have to do it out longhand. I just need to see that NCR button, or NCR, and what you're plugging in. So 17N or 17C3, and then your answer, and this would give you 100% on the quiz when you're doing it. Now, if it's a permutation, make sure you plug in permutation, and that's going to be a different answer. If I said I want one person to fill the water cooler, I want one person to get towels, and I want one person to run laps. Well, they're all 3 different jobs, so that would be this, a permutation of 17 things taken 3 at a time. So hit your function button, pull up the permutation 17, comma 3, and the only difference is order matters. So you're going to have a lot more options there, 4,080. Okay, but that doesn't work for this problem. This problem, order didn't matter, so there we go. Okay. Example number 3. 5 cards are drawn from a standard deck of cards. How many hands can be made containing spades? Okay, now you'd think this is out of 52 because there's 52 cards, but as soon as they talk about a certain suit like spades, 5 cards are selected from a standard deck of cards. How many hands can be made containing spades? Well, you got to talk about suits, and each suit has 13 cards in them, so that's our total that we're drawing from. So this, and it doesn't matter what order you pick those spades in, those are the 5 spades you're going to have, so that's why it's going to be 13 combination 5. So go ahead and plug that into your calculator quick, see if you can get it figured out, and we'll go from there. Function, remember you got to be on the stats, combination 17, comma 5. $6,188. Oops. Oh, thank you for correcting me. I did screw that up. Let's try it again. 13. 13 cards in each suit, taken 5 at a time. 1287. 1,287. Okay. The 13 is the number of spades in the deck. Oy. Not desk, deck. Deck of cards. I don't know how many of you guys play cards. Some people are super familiar with cards, some people aren't. There's 4 suits and there's 13. In each suit there's 52 cards. Okay. Let's try the next one. I don't think this is too bad. I think you guys will be okay. Mr. Pickens needs to select 3 teachers to attend a math conference. There are 13 math teachers, and he needs to select 3 of them. How many ways can Pickens select 3 teachers? Now, all 3 teachers are going to do go to the math conference. They're just math teachers. It's not different jobs, so it's not order matters. It's order doesn't matter here. So this is just a combination of 13 taken 3 at a time. So I'll do this real quick. But if you were going to do this on TI-84, you'd type in 13 first, then go to the math button and go over to PRB, the probability section. And underneath there, you'd see factorial on a TI-84. You'd see the NCR button. You'd see the NPR button. This is just factorial. This is combination. This is permutation. Kind of the same thing if you had a TI-30. Hit the PRB button, and these 3 things will pop up. You have to hit that first number first. Like if it was 13 combination 3, you got to type in 13, then hit the PRB button, choose combination, and then type in 3 and hit enter. But anyway, for this one, combination 13, comma 3. And yeah, there we go, 286. 286 ways he could choose 3 math teachers. That's pretty much it.